Good morning, students. Welcome back again. Right? We were discussing chapter number 5, footprints without feet. Right? This is the last chapter of your revised syllabus. Right? See, I have written the syllabus over here. Right? Please make a note of it. Right? All these chapters, poems, and the chapters from supplementary, that is this book, Footprints Without Prints. Right? As per the revised syllabus, we have completed each and every chapter, including poems and the supplementary reading. This is the last chapter that we are discussing today, and the last topic. Probably we will finish this chapter today, right? So your textbook contest, that is your poem, your prose, and the supplementary, right, is over today. Most probably it will be finished by today, right? Now talking about the grammar section. Right, there are certain things which are still remaining in the grammar, right? Certain videos are already uploaded on the YouTube, and plus certain videos are already available on the applications. You can watch that thing, but still as a part of grammar, especially in do as directed, there are 2 to 3 concepts which are remaining that we are going to discuss on a later on stages, right? Talking about the writing sections, right? Diary, notice, letters, emails, all these things we have done, right? So what we'll do is I'll make a whole particular chart of what we have did in grammar and what concept is still remaining as per your revised syllabus, because we are still not clear with the paper style, what the paper style would be this year, right? So we need to prepare grammar very smartly, right? There might be MCQs, there might be certain questions in do as directed, and there might be 4 options also which would be given to you. So you have to identify the correct one, right? That this type of paper style can also be asked, right? So there are still certain portions which are remaining in grammar, and we will do it on the later on stages, right? Most probably tomorrow I will write it down what we have completed in grammar and what portion is remaining, so you will have a good idea what amount of grammar is remaining, okay? And we'll do everything in class. Plus there are certain students who have issues in figures of speech, right? What we'll do is, as soon as we are done with this, we'll start figure of speech, right? There are 26 figures of speech which are very important from the board point of view, right? So I'll try to explain each and every figure of speech in this session over here live. I'll write it down each and everything on the board, and I'll make you explain what apostrophe is, what simile is, what litotes is, what pun is, what onomatopoeia is. I'll explain each and everything. I'll write it on the board and I'll try to explain all the 26 figures of speech, right? So don't worry, if you have any questions in figure of speech, you can ask me when we are discussing, right? But the majority thing of your grammar, that is the last section, that is the writing section, that is letters, emails, notice, all that things you have to be very careful, because it contains 5 marks. Plus figure of speech, there are only 2 marks in the board exam, plus you will be given the options. So don't worry in figure of speech, right? 2 mark na figure of speech board માં પૂછાય છે, plus એક sentence હોય એના 4 option આપેલા. So you just have to identify from the correct option which one it is, right? But still, if you have any questions when we are discussing figures of speech, you can ask me that questions. And still there are certain portions which are remaining in grammar, and we will do it each and everything once we are done with this particular syllabus. Okay, so let's begin the last chapter, the last topic for today, and probably we'll finish with all this syllabus, right? I'm repeating it again. The revised syllabus is chapter number 1 to 7 and 9 to 11, right, of the main textbook. That is your main textbook. This is the supplementary, this is the second textbook, right? The main textbook છે એમાં chapter 1 to 7, 8 is not there, right? Mijbil the author, chapter number 8 is not there in your syllabus, so we have not done that chapter, right? And 9 to 11, 9, 10 and 11, we have done all these chapters, right? Moving towards the poem, there are this amount of poem that are there as per your revised syllabus. First is Dust of the Snow, second is Fire and Ice, third is A Tiger in a Zoo, fourth is The Ball poem, fifth is Amanda, sixth one is Animal, and the last one, 7th poem, that is The Tale of Custard the Dragon. So there are total 7 poems as per your revised syllabus, and we have completed all the 7 poems, right? Moving towards the supplementary concept, that is this textbook, right? This is known as supplementary reading, right? Footprints without feet. There are 5 chapters, chapter 1 to 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, right? So this is the last chapter that we are doing right now. So most probably your textbook context is over today, right? Grammar concept is there, and then we'll begin with the grammar. We'll start with figure of speech. So don't worry, I'll teach you each and everything in grammar. Be patient, and whatever topics has been discussed, right, you can ask whenever the session is going on. Okay, so let's move ahead towards the last topic for today. That is on the last climax of this chapter. That is chapter number 5. Footprints without feet, right? What is this chapter about? It is about a scientist named Griffin, right? So I'll tell you a summary again, so you'll have a recall idea what we did in yesterday's session. Summary. Can a man become invisible? Yes. Here in this story, a scientist named Griffin becomes invisible. He experiments certain kind of equations and creates a drug through which he swallows the drug and becomes invisible. Right? This is the story of a scientist who discovers how to make himself invisible. Does he use or misuse his discovery? What does he do? Does he use his discovery, or he takes the advantage of this discovery that he has become invisible? What did he do? That is, he is trying to steal the money wherever he goes, and he tries to take the misadvantage of his powers that he has created through medicines, right, of becoming invisible. And we know the story. He was in London, right? He was stealing money, he was stealing clothes, and it became very difficult for him to survive in London. So he takes the train and moves towards a village named Epping, right? And there he goes, and everything happens, right, in that particular Mrs. Hall's house. That is the particular place where he stays, right? And Mrs. Hall identifies him that there is something that is going on in his room. He goes into his room, right? And the scientist Griffin was missing, and suddenly there was a hat being thrown on her face. There was a chair that was pulled up and thrown towards her, and she knew that this room is being haunted by the spirits, and all these things were happening because that person entered into that room who was looking very weird, right? The things that we saw yesterday, right? He was wearing fake nose, fake glasses, makeup, and all that particular bandage and all that things, the big hat that he was wearing, the big coat, and everything that he was wearing, right? That was making him more weird. And Mrs. Hall came to know that all these things were happening actually because of this man as he entered into the room, and the room has been controlled by the spirits. All these things were happening, right? So let's move ahead and see towards the end of the chapter what happens in the end, right? Okay. We are starting with page number 28, so you'll have a revision what we did yesterday, right? Shortly afterwards, a curious episode occurred. Very early in the morning, a clergyman and his wife were awakened by the noises in the study. Creeping downstairs, they heard the chink of money being taken from the clergyman's desk, that the money was being stolen from the desk, right? Without making any noise and with a poker grasped firmly in his hand, the clergyman flung open the door. Surrender. He said surrender. As soon as he said surrender, he tried to find out who it was in the particular in the room, the person who was stealing the money from the desk, but there was no one. He couldn't see anyone, right? Then to his amazement, he realized that the room appeared to be empty because he was invisible. Griffin was invisible. He and his wife looked under the desk and behind the curtains, and even up the chimney. There wasn't any sign of anybody. Right? Yet the desk had been opened and the housekeeping money was missing. Extraordinary affair, the clergyman kept for the rest of the day. But it was not as extraordinary as the behavior of Mrs. Hall's furniture a little later that morning. Right? Mrs. Hall's furniture was being disturbed little later that morning. Right? The landlord and his wife were up very early. That is, Mrs. Hall and his husband, that is the landlord, were up early in the morning. They woke up very early in the morning, right? And were surprised to see the scientist's door wide open, right? The scientist je room માં રહેતો હતો એનો દરવાજો એકદમ ખુલ્લો હતો, right? And they were amazed to see in this early morning why the room, that is the door of the room of scientist, is being opened widely. What is the matter? Usually it was shut and locked, and he was furious if anyone entered his room. Scientist જ્યારે આવેલો ત્યારે એને એવું કીધું હતું, I'm working on a project, right? I don't want to get disturbed. And generally when he stayed on that days, the room was always being shut down, right? હવે જે landlord and his wife એક દિવસ વહેલા ઉઠ્યા સવારે, and they saw that the room was widely open, the door was widely open, and they were amazed because when the scientist came, right, એને એવું કીધેલું that I want complete peace because I'm working on a project and I don't want anyone to be disturbing me. That was the condition, right? Moving ahead. The opportunity seemed too good to be missed. They peeped round the door, saw nobody, and decided to investigate. Mrs. Hall and the landlord, right? They went into the room. They peeped. Peeped means looked into the room, right? એકદમ આમ કહેવાય ને secretly જોવે ને કોઈના રૂમમાં એવી રીતે એ લોકોએ રૂમની અંદર જોયું, but they didn't found anyone. They didn't found anyone, right? They peeped around the door, saw nobody, and decided to investigate. The bedclothes were cold. The bed clothes, એટલે જે clothes હતા bed ઉપર, they were cold. That means the scientist was absent since hours, right? Showing that the scientist must have been up for some time, and stranger still, the clothes and the bandages that he always wore were lying about the room. The bandages, a fake nose, goggles, big hat, there, everything, the clothes and everything, that was there on the bed. That was there on the bed, right? That he always wore lying about the room. All of a sudden, Mrs. Hall heard a sniff noise to her ear. Mrs. Hall જે ઊભા હતા એના કાન પાસે એક અવાજ આવ્યો, એક slight voice to her ear. A moment later, the hat on the bedpost leapt up and dashed itself to her face. Right? The scientist was in his room, an invisible scientist whom anyone cannot be seen. Right? કોઈનાથી દેખાય એવો હતો નહીં, because he was invisible, right? Suddenly the hat that was there on the bed that woke up and that was being thrown towards the face of Mrs. Hall, right? Springing itself into her face. Then the bedroom chair became alive. The bedroom chair, it became alive. Springing it into the air, it charged straight at her, legs foremost. As she and her husband turned away in the terror, the extraordinary chair pushed them both out of the room and then appeared to slam and lock the door after them. Right? એ લોકો બી ગયા, એ chair એમના તરફ આગળ આવતી હતી. Right? And the chair was trying to pull the landlord and Mrs. Hall out of the room. So they were scared. And they came out of the room and they shut the room. Right? Mrs. Hall almost fell down the stairs in his tricks. That is, step by step. એ almost પડી જવાના હતા. Right? She was convinced that the room was haunted by spirits. She knew that the room was being haunted by the spirits, right? આ રૂમમાં કોઈ ભૂત છે, કોઈ સ્પિરિટ છે, right? જે આવી બધી વસ્તુ કરે છે, right? And that the stranger had somehow caused this to enter into her furniture. એ સ્ટ્રેન્જરના લીધે આવી બધી એક્ટિવિટી રૂમમાં થાય છે. And that spirits have been entered into the furniture, have entered into the furniture. My poor mother used to sit in that chair. She moaned. To think it should rise up again against me now. My poor mother, that means Mrs. Hall's mother, used to sit on that chair. Used to sit on that chair. She moaned. એટલે એને બધી વસ્તુ યાદ આવી ગઈ. She was in grief. She was sad. Right? To think it should rise up against me now. એ જ chair જેમાં મારા મમ્મી બેસતા હતા, આજે એ જ chair મારી સામે મને મારવા આવે છે. So she remembered and she was trying to mourn. That means she was sad, she was grieved. That this was the chair where my mother used to sit. Right? And now it is the time that the same chair where my mother used to sit is moving towards me and trying to pull me out of the room. Right? So she was sad. She was sad. Right? The feeling amongst the neighbor was that the trouble was caused by the witchcraft. હવે જે બાજુમાં neighbors હતા, the people living in the nearby society, they thought that it was a witchcraft. Witchcraft એટલે શું? Similar like ghosts, but they are not ghosts. Witchcraft are certain kind of things which do not stay at one place, right? Ghost, right? There's a difference between witchcraft and a ghost, right? If you want detail, you can find it on internet, right? Witchcrafts are certain kind of spirits only, but they do not stay at one place, right? They move from one to the other place. But ghosts are not like that. They will stay, if they like, they will stay forever at that place, right? This is what the minor difference is, right? Witchcraft is magical one, it's a magics karta one. Even that kind of thing also, right? Invisible spirits which creates magic, right? But witchcraft or not, when news of the burglary, that is the theft, right, at the clergyman's home became known, the strange scientist was strongly suspected of having had a hand in it. Suspicion grew even stronger when he suddenly produced some ready cash. True, he had admitted not long before that he had no money. જો હવે જે સાયન્ટિસ્ટ હતો ને એ પકડાઈ ગયો in the sense there was a very strong feeling, right, that the money that has been given by the scientist is the amount of cash to the particular owner, that is Mrs. Hall's hand again for the second time, right? So there was a very strong feeling that this is the person who has stolen the money, right? કેવી રીતે ફરીથી સમજાવું છું. એક ટાઈમ એવો હતો કે જ્યારે મિસિસ હોલ એની પાસે પૈસા માંગ્યા ત્યારે એણે એમ કીધું that a check is going to be arrived. મારી પાસે થોડાક સમયમાં એક ચેક આવી જશે and I will have the money, right? This is what he had said to Mrs. Hall when the money was not there, right? Now after certain point of time, right, the scientist Griffin gives cash, right? થોડાક દિવસ પછી એ cash આપે to Mrs. Hall, so there was a very strong feeling कि આ સાયન્ટિસ્ટે જ આ ચોરી કરી. This person has stolen the money because few days before he said that I do not have the cash. He has not left the place. He is still in the room, right? And suddenly he produces the cash. How it is possible? So there was a very strong feeling that the scientist has stolen the money, right? I'm repeating it again so you try to understand. The strange scientist was strongly suspected. એટલે જેટલા હતા ને એમને એ સાયન્ટિસ્ટ ઉપર ડાઉટ તો હતો જ of having a hand in it. Suspicion grew even stronger. When he suddenly produced some cash, right? Though he had admitted not long before that he had no money. The village constable was secretly sent for. Instead of waiting for the constable, Mrs. Hall went to the scientist who had somehow mysteriously appeared from his empty bedroom. Right? A constable was being called. Constable means the police, right? The village constable, that is the police of the village, was secretly sent for. That means secretly village ni andar police ne inform કર્યું that all these things are happening in this place, right? In Mrs. Hall's house. Instead of waiting for the constable, Mrs. Hall, she is, a very smart lady that has been given in the story, right? Instead of waiting for the constable, Mrs. Hall went to the scientist's room, who had somehow mysteriously appeared from his empty bedroom, right? Mrs. Hall and a landlord હતો, that is the husband of Mrs. Hall, when they peeped into the room, there was no one. Suddenly a hat was being thrown, the chair was pushing out of the room, right? And all these things were happening again. So they were scared and they thought that there is a spirit or ghost in the room, right? Pachi, somebody from the village told to the police that all these things are happening in this house. Mrs. Hall, instead of waiting for the police, that is for the constable, again she went into the room. એ બીજી વાર પાછી રૂમમાં ગઈ, દરવાજો ખોલ્યો. And what happened? The scientist was there. Few minutes before they saw the room, there was no one in the room. Right? The hat was thrown in on her face, the chair was moving aside, right? By itself. That means there was no one. And they thought that there is ghost. And after a few minutes again, Mrs. Hall goes into that room again and he finds the scientist. Right? That means Mrs. Hall was very sure that all these things are happening because of that scientist. Scientist na lidhe જ આવી બધી કંઈક ગરબડી થાય. Right? Moving ahead. Mrs. Hall went to the scientist, who had somehow mysteriously appeared from his empty bedroom. Second time જેવા ગયા, જેવો રૂમનો દરવાજો ખોલ્યો, the scientist was there. I want to know what you have been doing to my chair upstairs, she demanded. શું કીધું Mrs. Hall? I want to know what you are doing to my chairs. તું આ રૂમમાં છું અને આ જે chairs છે એ automatically ચાલે. Right? What you are doing to my chairs, right? She demanded. And I want to know how it is you came out of an empty room and how you entered a locked room. And I want to know, look at the smartness of Mrs. Hall, right? And I want to know, it is you came out of an empty room, right? And how you entered a locked room. જેવું એ ચેર અને હેડ થ્રો કરી હતી એટલે મિસિસ હોલે શું કર્યું, દરવાજો લોક કરી દીધો, રાઈટ? એટલે કોઈ અંદરથી બહાર તો આવી ન શકે. At that point of time she thought that it is a spirit or a ghost who is doing all this activity, so they locked the door. Right? Now again she is entering into the room for the second time and she finds the scientist, that is Griffin, in the room. So she is asking the question, how you have entered into the room which is already locked? આ તો દરવાજો લોક કરી દીધો હતો, તો જે દરવાજો બહારથી લોક છે એમાં તું અંદર કેવી રીતે જતો? I want to know, right? That means Mrs. Hall knew that it was the scientist who was doing all these activities, right? Moving ahead. See, this image has also been given. There is one police constable and there are other people, right? Mrs. Hall, the landlord, the clergyman, all this image have been given on the next particular page, right? That means he was being caught. He was being caught. Moving towards the climax of the chapter. The scientist was always quick tempered. The scientist was quick tempered. એને તરત બહુ જલ્દી ગુસ્સો આવી જતો હતો, right? Now he became furious. Now he was getting more angry. You don't understand who or what I am, he shouted. You don't know who or what I am, right? Very well, I'll show you. Now the scientist is, trying to expose himself. You want to know who I am? You really want to know? Okay, very well, I'll show you. Suddenly, he threw off bandages, whiskers, spectacles, and even the nose. એ જેટલું પણ ફેક હતું, સ્પેક્ટેકલ્સ, બેન્ડેજીસ, વિસ્કર્સ એટલે જે નકલી હેર અને ફેસ જે એને ક્રિએટ કરેલું હતું, નકલી નોઝ, hat and the spectacles and everything that he was wearing, right? And even his nose. It took him only a minute to do this. It took him only a minute to do all these things. The horrified people in the bar found themselves staring at a headless man. Bar means the people where they sit, right, and they'll have the drink, right? The horrified people in the bar, that means the people who are sitting in the bar. See, the image has also been given on the back side, right? પાછળ એક bartender જેવું છે, એ લોકો બેસીને they are drinking, right? That was the place. The horrified people in the bar, right, found themselves staring at a headless man. They were looking at a headless man, right? અચાનક આવું કોઈ વ્યક્તિ આવી જાય, right? માથું જ ન હોય, right? The head is not there. How you will feel? Obviously you are going to feel scared, right? Mr. Jaffers, the constable, now arrived. The constable arrived at that moment, and the name of the constable is Mr. Jaffers, right? The constable now arrived and was quite surprised to find that he had to arrest a man without a head. And he was quite surprised that he found a man without a head and he had to arrest him. Constable had to arrest him, a man without a head. But Jaffers was not easily prevented from doing his duty. If a magistrate's warrant ordered a person's arrest, then that person had to be arrested with or without his head. જો હવે એ કેવો કન્ફ્યુઝ થાય છે, right? જો શું કહે છે, Jaffers was not easily prevented from doing his duty, right? એ કન્ફ્યુઝ થઈ ગયો. મને કોઈ ઓર્ડર કરે, right? If someone orders me, that is, if a magistrate warrant, એટલે magistrate, the judge, એ કોઈ ઓર્ડર કરે કે આ વ્યક્તિને પકડીને લાવવાનું, right? So that is my duty to catch him. That is my duty to catch him. If a magistrate's warrant ordered a person's arrest, then that person has to be arrested. Then that person has to be arrested with or without head, right? એ તો જજનો ઓર્ડર હતો. તો જજ કોઈ ઓર્ડર કરે કે આવા વ્યક્તિને પકડવાનો છે, then I can catch it very easily. Then I can catch it very easily with or without head, right? Because it is an order given by the higher authority. But here I am being told that there are some ghost activity which are been going on in that particular room or hotel, and I have to arrest a man who does not have his head. So whether I should arrest him, yes or no? હમણાં મને કોઈ ઓર્ડર કર્યો હોય ને કોઈ હાયર ઓથોરિટી, રાઈટ, કે આ વ્યક્તિને પકડવાનો છે, તો માથું હોય કે ન હોય હું પકડી લઉં, because it is a higher order given from the higher authority. But I am entering into an hotel, I am entering into a place where there is a bar, where there are a lot of people, and where there is a person who does not have his head, and I have to arrest a person. That is very strange. That is very strange, right? So even he is confused whether to catch him, yes or no, right? Moving ahead towards the end. There followed a remarkable scene as the policeman tried to get hold of a man who was becoming more and more invisible as he threw off one garment after another, right? એટલે પોલીસ વાળાએ શું કર્યું, એને પકડવાની ટ્રાય કરી. He tried to catch him, right? But it was getting more and more difficult for the police, that is for Mr. Jaffers, to catch him, because he was throwing off one after another, right? એ જેટલા garments હતા, he was throwing one after another. Each garment was being thrown on that place, and he became completely invisible again, right? Mrs. Hall knew that he was the one who was doing all these things, and he was very, of an short-tempered or quick-tempered person, who, the scientist, right? And he showed everyone what he was. right? And even it became very difficult for the police to catch him as he was throwing off all the garments one by one, right? There followed a remarkable scene as the policeman tried to get hold of a man who was becoming more and more invisible as he threw one of the garment after another. Finally, a shirt flew into the air. એટલે જે છેલ્લે એ જે shirt હતો ને, that flew into the air, and the constable found himself struggling with someone he could not see. And the constable found himself struggling with someone he could not see at all. કેવી રીતે પકડવું, right? The last thing that he was wearing was a shirt, and that was being thrown into the air. Even the constable was looking everywhere. How will I catch a person who is invisible? Some people tried to help him, but found themselves hit by the blows. એટલે કેટલાક છે ને આમ બ્લાઇન્ડલી એને પકડવાની ટ્રાય કરતા હતા, right? અહીંયા છે, and all that kind of things. And those people who were trying to catch him, right, even though he was invisible, they were being hit by blows. એ લોકોને મુક્કા પડ્યા હતા મોઢા ઉપર, right? Those people who were trying to catch an invisible person, they were being hit by the blows that seems to come from nowhere, right? અચાનક કોઈ ઇન્વિઝિબલ પર્સન હોય ને, તમને કોઈ બ્લો આપે ફેસ ઉપર, રાઈટ? તમને કોઈ મુક્કા મારે ફેસ ઉપર અને તમે પકડવાની ટ્રાય કરો, તમને દેખાતો નથી, and someone is hitting on your face. Will you be able to catch that person, right? So that was the situation that was happening in that particular place. In the end, Jeffers was knocked unconscious. In the end, Jeffers, right? The constable હતો એ unconscious થઈ ગયા because he was being hit. Jeffers was knocked unconscious as he made a last attempt to hold on the unseen scientist. There were nervous, excited cries of hold him, right? Pakdo. But whom to catch? There was no one, right? They were all nervous, they were scared, and there were cries coming out. Cries means loud voice. Catch him, here it is, catch him, here it is, there it is, right? And all that kind of sounds were being made in that particular place. But this was easier said than done. Griffin had shaken himself free. That means again if he might be have caught, because he was like in solid glass, right? Glass જેવો હતો, એટલે ક્યાંક તો કોઈ ફિઝિકલી ટચ કરે એટલે કદાચ ખબર પડે કે અહીંયા છે અથવા અહીંયા છે, that kind of thing, right? So Griffin had shaken himself free, right? And no one knew where to lay hands on him, and no one in that particular place knew where to catch him, and he became invisible and went from that place. So this is the end of this chapter, right? So we are stopping the video over here, right? If you have any questions, any doubts related to this chapter, you can